What happens when you have done a lot of healing work, you have leaned heavily into consciously creating and manifesting better and more for yourself, and you start to call in, or you continue to call in new, bigger, better opportunities, whether that's in love or with money? Something that can happen is it can feel impossible to hold more, to have better. Say you want your income to increase, you might have new job opportunities show up, and it becomes a problem where, oh, I don't know if I want this. I'm scared if I take this opportunity that it might not work out. In dating, you might be afraid to make the wrong choice, right? Like now I have all these options. I have all of these opportunities present themselves, all of these doors open. What if I make the wrong choice? That's a big one that I tend to hear a lot with my clients. What if I make the wrong choice? If you are somebody that considers yourself to be successful, you're high achieving, you go after what it is that you want, there's this switch that needs to happen that is very nuanced. It can be hard to pick up on for yourself. I know that I've done this, all of my clients have done this, and I see it so often because we're so accustomed to figuring it out that these situations where you want to hold more, you want to have more, you want to have more income. And it's differentiated a bit from this feeling or this sense of not enough. Some of my clients have said, I'm worried that it won't be enough. What if it's not enough? Or they receive money and they're like, oh shit, now I realize it's not enough. And it's not that, right? It's not that you don't have enough. It's not that you don't know how to make the right decision. It's not that you need guidance on how to choose or how to overcome the fear of what if I make the wrong decision? Or what if I like choose something and down the line I change my mind, right? And so why does this happen? For me, um, the way that I'm going to describe it is we are, if you are somebody that is, I like the word high achieving because the term high achieving, because you're going to fight for what you want. You're going to go after what you want. And if you're here listening to me, you're probably really burnt out and tired of forcing and trying and proving and all of this. And you want to shift into a state of receptivity where your desires come more naturally and with less resistance and less struggle, right? And I say that it's like going from survival to thriving. Why this happens is because you have been programmed. You have been, I don't know, it's like programmed, like we're robots, but your coping mechanism, your way of surviving and seeming like you're thriving has been, I'm going to suss out any problems. Anywhere that there's a problem or something that needs a solution, I am going to figure it out. And that has worked. When you get to this place of I know how to call in what it is that I desire, and I'm scared to take the next step, or I have hesitations. And it's not like you're ever going to get to a place where you're not going to have fear or not have hesitations. But for example, I have this one client who's dating, and she's like, okay, so I've done the work, I've healed, I'm open, and all of these guys have stepped forward, but they're all not correct for me. They're not the right. I know that like this person, um, I'm not going to go into all the details, but like this person has their own inner healing to do. Like they would be perfect if they were at the emotional intelligence level that I'm at. Um, this person works too many hours, like whatever it is, right? Like I know that these are not my people. And those are silly examples and not accurate, but I was trying to change them enough that whatever. So she's like, well, all of these people have stepped forward and they're not my person, and what if I make the wrong choice, or what if I, choose one of these people to step into a relationship with and it doesn't work out and blah blah, blah. And it's like all of these fears. I have another client who is navigating um changes in her career, and I'm trying to say these things like gently so that it's not like giving you all of the examples of this person's life. She has already shifted in her career and she's looking to potentially make another shift in her career. And she's like, what if I take this opportunity? What if I do this thing and I hate it and it's way more work than what I am doing now for not that much more money? What if they don't offer me more money? What if I don't like the people that I would have to interact with in this role? What if? And it's this sense of, in both scenarios, trying to navigate potential loss, potential failures, potential negative outcomes, potential problems that they feel like they need to solve for before they even have the thing. While that has worked in the past, I'm not saying that these mechanisms, these coping mechanisms, these patterns, these ways of operating don't have a purpose and have not served you very well. You get to a point where you don't want to live that way anymore. This is where I am open to receiving more. I am holding more becomes possible when you start to it's like they're saying disintegrate. When you're able to disintegrate, when you're able to see this pattern, see this way of being, this I'm going to suss out any problems and solve for them before they even happen. It starts to dissipate and disappear. When you are able to do this, manifestation becomes like breathing. It's like, yeah, you're probably still going to have some thoughts of, oh shit, what if I make the wrong choice? Or what if I take this job and I hate it? And when those thoughts then come up, you're able to be like, okay, so what if that happens? What would I do then? And you're able to see this potential problem as not an actual problem. And what it comes back down to is you're able to fully trust yourself, trust your intuition, trust your connection to, I don't want to like get all woo here, but like your divine spark, right? Like you are able to trust yourself because even if a problem does arise, you know that you wholeheartedly can handle it, can navigate it, can move through it. And you're able to do that because you're not fucking burnt out from solving all of these problems that probably will never happen. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, yeah, this is easy for me to sit here and say. It's not, because I've done this work, right? Like I've helped my clients do this work, and it is very simple, but it's not easy. And it takes consciously shifting every moment of every day until you get to a place where you're like, oh, I don't do that shit anymore. If you're watching this and you're resonating with this, you have mastered this skill. You have mastered the ability to perceive potential threats and problems, and have gone through the vast array of solutions so that way you can feel safe in this moment, when really you're now at a place of, no, I want to, and you probably wouldn't consciously say this, but you are at a place where you're like, no, I actually want to enjoy this moment. I want to enjoy the fact that now I have all of these opportunities that I get to choose from. I don't have to settle in a position that I don't like. I don't have to settle in a relationship that I know in my gut and my soul is not right for me. And you want it to feel easy. You want it to feel like breathing. You want to fully embrace and like bask in the goodness that is your life that you have created for yourself. Yeah, so living like this, you're robbing yourself of peace, joy, and ability to fully receive. Um, and like I'm thinking back to when I was heavily in this place, and if I heard somebody say these things, I would be like, that's just not possible. That is not possible. I've lived decades of my life this way. It's just not possible. It's not safe. I don't feel safe. And this is where having a coach, having a mentor to help hold you so that you can see that not only is it possible for you, it is highly likely for you, and it feels really fucking good on this side. It feels really, really good. Um, what they're showing me, because I just read in my notes, instead of bracing for something to go wrong in love, you trust that you are supported. Instead of assuming money will disappear, you open yourself up to receiving more. Instead of controlling outcomes, you feel safe in the unknown. And the visual that I got was like you walk into a room and you're expecting a fight, so you're bracing yourself and you're tightening your muscles. And this is what trauma can look like, and you're just like super tense, and you're meeting people and there's no fights, there's nobody's like arguing and saying that you don't deserve to be there. You're meeting wonderful people and having great conversations, and they have like a full spread of food and it's got a lot of your favorites, and like there's just these delicious drinks and all of these things, and you're still bracing and you're bracing and you're bracing, and you're like, oh my God, what if you're not fully in the moment, you're not fully enjoying the food. You're not fully enjoying the atmosphere. You're not fully enjoying conversations with people because you're like, what if this person flips out? What if this person sees I'm a failure? What if? And you're bracing, bracing, bracing. And then finally, you go home and you're just like, oh my God, I feel terrible. Like that was like I was full of anxiety and fear and I didn't enjoy it. And what was I thinking was going to happen? And it's like, that's how a lot of us go through our lives, and we don't even know that we're doing it, where we're just constantly bracing, both physically and mentally and emotionally and all of the things, for a problem to arise, that we don't drop in and enjoy the present moment. And if you want to manifest more and better and create more and better and more aligned things, you have to be, I don't like saying you have to, but for the sake of this, you have to be willing to slow down and be present in the moment. Like I said, it is not necessarily easy. It is very simple. It is simple. Stop preparing for the worst and start enjoying the moment, knowing that you can fully trust yourself. You can fully, they're like, you can fully trust yourself to navigate any potential undesired outcomes because you've done it. How many times in your life have you done it? You have tangible proof of this. You don't need to brace yourself anymore. You don't need to learn any more strategies. You don't need to fix yourself. You don't need to heal forward anymore. Of course, there's always going to be things to heal, but learning to trust yourself, to learning to trust, if you believe in guides, in God, in the universe, like trusting that you are held, trusting that you are supported. You don't have to control anything. And this is like a big one, especially um, if this is how you've learned to survive. You don't have to control. You don't have to control the conversation. You don't have to control the energy of the room. The only thing that you have to control is yourself and the way that you are choosing to experience your life. One more piece here. Trusting that your desired outcome is unfolding before you. The universe is rolling out the red carpet for you to your desires. And you're like, no, no, put it there, put it over here. No, but I don't want it over there. I want it here. And it's like, just stop, chill, right? And if somebody said that to me when I was in the midst of this, I'd be like, yeah, fuck you. Don't tell me to chill. But like, really, truly, it's okay. You can trust and you can believe in yourself and your ability to handle anything that comes up that's unideal. And you will. You don't have to spend precious moments in the here and now trying to solve for potential unideal outcomes. If this resonates with you and you're ready to receive more in a way that feels effortless, in a way that feels fun, and a way that goes against everything you've ever been taught about how the world works, then they're showing me, they're like, raise your hand. No, we're not raising our hands. My guides think they're funny. But this is the work that we do in my mastermind. So whether you're looking to meet your dream person, your partner, or if you're looking to call in more money, or if you're just looking to expand into being able to receive and hold more goodness in your life, the link will be in my bio, or the link is in my bio. I have free resources. I have newsletter you can sign up for, and let's let's move through this together.